So what we did in the last video is we started this index for carts, and we're gonna finish it today. Now the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna pop in our modal code, which is the exact same code that you've seen in one of the previous videos with the add item feature. So I'm just gonna take the code from my notes and post it in here, and it's literally the same code. So there's really not much to discuss. It is from Bootstrap, so if you have any more questions, you could literally just go over to Bootstrap and check it out. But let's make this more aligned. So there, that's fine. So after this, what we want to do is to close the box for this quantity box. So let's go over here and add an extra div to close off this quantity box. So now that's that. After that, I would want to have an else statement. So we'll do else, and we will put for this else. So if the product is if the expiry date for the product is expired, and if the available quantity is 0, then what we want to show is we want to show that this item is no longer available. So that's what will pop up if it's too late for the user to buy this item. So that will show up. After that, I'll come over here and end this div. And this div will go all the way up to div row. So that's where we close it off. So that's that. So we have our li that's closed, that closes our list item. We have our end, we have our ul. So that's all fine and dandy so far. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to add an extra div. And this is going to have the class of delivery options radio. And delivery options is something that we haven't talked about yet, but we will talk about it at a later date. But I just want to add this code here just so we don't have to come back to it. So inside this delivery options radio, we're going to have an if session delivery method equals delivery. And don't worry if this code makes no sense. It's supposed to not make any sense right now with what you know. But again, we're just adding this for completeness sakes. And we're going to have some labels in here. And let's just put an end to this. Put an end to this. And these labels would have a radio button that signifies whether this item is going to be delivered or picked up. So let's just close that, align them well, and we're going to have an else, and inside this else we're going to have pretty much the same thing. So what this code does is it shows some radio buttons to signify whether the item would be picked up or delivered. Now if the delivery method for our session is set to delivery, then we'll automatically have delivery checked. Otherwise, we're going to have pickup as the default. So that's what this chunk of code from 94 to 113 does. So that's pretty much good and fair up to that point. Under this div, we want to make another statement, and this would give us our checkout button. So we're just going to open up another div, and we're going to have a class, and this class is going to be checkout, and we're going to open up another button, which is going to have the type of button. The class would be the same as usual, and our link is gonna say proceed to checkout TRX orders path, which is the next thing that we're going to create in our next video. Other than that, that's our index.html.erb. and that's the completed view for that index function in our carts path or in our carts controller. In our next video, I want you to make it work so that when I click shopping cart, then it'll reroute us back to our carts index function and show this view to us. So other than that, we'll leave it here. Please rate, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.